Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Crypto Crow. Typically, I am known for cryptocurrency reviews and project insight and all sorts of things related to the cryptocurrency market. But my past and my history has evolved quite extensively around online marketing, SEO, or search engine optimization. And so I'm going to be focusing this whole video, which is going to be a collected collage of videos that I shoot, to teach you about affiliate marketing and online marketing. And we're going to start with very basic ideas. And over the course of this video, we're going to grow. This is not going to be a super edited, super quick type of video. This is going to be something that you're probably going to refer to over and over and over again. And it's going to be there are going to be a lot of links in the description. So down below, you're going to find time codes for all of the various sections of the video. And I'm going to tell you this up front, okay? Affiliate marketing is not easy, okay? This isn't the type of thing that you're going to start doing today and you're going to start raking in the cash tomorrow. This is an investment in yourself. Affiliate marketing or online marketing, especially in the blog sphere, is one of those things that you're going to invest time into learning. And I always say every hour that you learn about online marketing or SEO is going to pay back huge dividends over the long term. And the more you understand about how online marketing works, how SEO works, the more money you stand to make in your efforts, okay? And it could be anything. It could be, a lot of what you're going to learn throughout throughout this video is going to help you in your everyday business, not just in affiliate marketing. But I'm focused on affiliate marketing because that's ultimately how you're going to make a quick turnaround. With the quarantine and with everything going on right now, I decided it would be a good idea to come and do something outside of the crypto space to try and help people generate a better income or some income for some of you. With millions and millions of jobs lost, this is a skill that you have the time to invest, so why not? And B, it's going to help you in just about any job, career, or business you get into or start in the future. So that's that. Moving forward, what exactly is SEO? So SEO, or search engine optimization, is basically it's a game. It's ultimately a game. YouTube, Google, any search engine utilizes SEO to dictate what content is valuable for people searching for particular keywords. Okay, so if I go to Google and I type in cryptocurrencies, Google's job is then to present me with what it considers to be the most valuable information within the top 10 rankings of the search results. And it does that in a variety of ways. Behind me is this pie chart, and it's kind of a breakdown of a lot of the different signals that Google and or YouTube is looking for to dictate what content gets presented to me first. Now, I'm not even going to read through all of this, but I am going to go in and explaining it. Now, ultimately, if I'm writing an article, okay, let's say I'm an affiliate marketing, or I'm an affiliate marketer in the pets niche, okay, because pets are cute, pets are fun, they're easy to market. Everybody loves fur babies. Everybody loves Instagram and Twitter with pictures and videos of cute pets doing cute things, right? It's easier to go viral, maybe. And I'm an animal lover, so I'm constantly being exposed to that. So what happens is, let's say I wanted to launch a blog related to pets. And in that blog, I'm going to have affiliate links associated with pet food, toys, anything, you name it. If it has to do with pets, I'm selling it on my blog as an affiliate marketer. Now, one of the things that I might do to start help giving myself a boost is I might write an article about the top 10 dog collars. Okay. Now, if somebody punches in dog collars in Google, I want them to see my blog post. I want them to see my top 10 dog collars blog post, my article. So what happens is I'm going to write this article, and in that article, and I'm going to be breaking all these different things down in the videos to come. Don't worry. But in that blog article, I'm going to write the article with a lot of various keywords associated with dog collars. So anything that has to do with dog collars, I'm going to be adding it into this blog post. And then I'm going to have outbound links to other resources related to dog collars. Once this article is done and it's written, at that point, I need to tell Google that people like it and that it's good content for people. So at that point, what I need to do is I need to improve my page authority as well, ultimately, as domain authority, which we're going to get into later. But I'm going to be basically taking that article and I'm going to be pushing it out to all my social media platforms. Okay? Now, my hope is that it gets shared a lot, that it gets liked a lot, that it gets commented on, that there's engagement and activity, that it has a low bounce rate. Okay, there's so many different factors associated with search engine optimization, but all of these factors and metrics ultimately tell Google that my content is good or it's not good. If people are bouncing off of it, in other words, if somebody goes to the article, they're there for 2 seconds and then they leave. Well, the content's not very sticky. There's not a high engagement. Google's probably not going to like it, which is one of the reasons why a lot of the top ranking content that you find on YouTube or on Google is very long in nature. Typically, they want to see things 1,500 words or more. Big, just exhausting articles full of content, keyword rich, but not overdone, because that typically is going to give an end user or a searcher all the information they need about a particular topic. Okay. So ultimately, search engine optimization is telling YouTube or Google's algorithm that your content is worthwhile. And that's it. It's ultimately just a game. Now, and there are a lot of different things that you can do to help improve your position over time. Okay. The primary thing that everybody's trying to do is increase their domain authority. Now, their domain authority is something that we're going to get into here very, very soon in an upcoming, time code. But that overall is the gist of what search engine optimization is. And as we move into this video, we're going to uncover so much. There's going to be so much content and information in this video. I originally thought about doing this as an individualized video. So for each section, it's its own video, but I think it'll be best if we just do this as one big video and just time code it out so that you can find everything that you need within that video. There are going to be tools. This video is going to be a perfect example of affiliate marketing. Okay. Because in affiliate marketing, one of the number one things that you're wanting to do is become an authority, to be an authority in something that you know a lot about and educate other people. That will passively help drive sales. Now, I've used a lot of really expensive tools in my day. Some of them aren't worth the money. I've also used other tools that are much less expensive that maybe aren't as powerful as some of the other things that I've used, but they're nowhere near as expensive. And I focus on using some of these throughout the course of this video, ultimately to help you. And you can grow into some of these bigger, more expensive tools later on once you're actually raking in some cash and you have the capital to put back into your business. But starting off, I'm focusing on a lot of either free or much less expensive tools, and you'll find those affiliate links throughout the written portions of this course. And then you'll find links in the description of this video, as well as cryptocrow.io, because ultimately this video is going to be broken down into individualized articles for each one of these time codes. So you're going to have a video portion and then a written portion. And then you'll, of course, find this video and a lot of supporting information and documentation throughout CryptoCrow.io in the affiliate marketing course, which is, of course, free to all of you. So with that, I'll see you in the next section. So now we're going to talk about, and this is going to be brief, but basically what is domain authority versus page authority, okay? Now, anytime you're trying to rank anything, there's an authority structure associated with it. And ultimately what that means is, let's take CryptoCrow.io, okay? Now, it's a relatively new site. I just launched it, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and I'm starting to get more and more active with it. Now, this is a cultivation over time. And by that, I may write one article, okay? And then that article will start to get shared and linked and referenced in other people's content or articles online. I'll also be pushing that article out on Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe Pinterest, Instagram, you name it, right? I'm trying to generate all these social signals while I'm trying to generate links to that article from outside sources. Now, the more of those links and metrics that come in for that particular page increases that individual page's page authority. It's basically telling Google, this page is sought after, there's good information here that's relevant to these particular keywords, so we want to boost that up a little bit in the search engines. Now, once I've had 10, 15, 20 different pages, all with an increasingly higher page authority, all those social metrics, traffic, and the like that come in to those individual pages cumulatively make up my domain authority. Now, the more I build up my domain authority, that becomes something that pays dividends, because what happens is, if I have a website with a high domain authority, when I publish a new article, even before anything else has happened, it's more likely that that page will start reaching higher in search engines, because the domain authority is telling Google the parent domain to this one individual page is really high, which means content put out by this website is probably really good. We'll give it a good initial boost. And that further helps generate more social signals and the like. So that's ultimately the difference between domain authority and page authority. You're building your domain authority through your individualized pages, which then helps future individualized pages do better and reach more people. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Okay, so you have like a very basic understanding of SEO, domain and page authority. What we need to do now is we need you to figure out your niche. What is it that you want to market or sell? What is it that you want to accomplish online? Now, this is a very broad, you could come up with just about anything. And you could do what a lot of people do, which is go to websites like the best niches for affiliate marketing and try to find something that stands to make you the most money, right? However, I would advise against that. And what I mean by that is this. What are you passionate about? What are you knowledgeable of? What are you genuinely interested in? What gets you excited? What's going to get you out of bed to do the work? What is going to help you maintain that interest even during periods where things are down? You know, if you try and go after a niche or a particular product type or whatever, solely because you think it's going to make you money, and it doesn't, or it takes longer than you expect, you're very easily going to lose your interest and wipe the slate clean and move on. You really need to focus on something that you have a genuine passion for, a genuine interest in. That will prove far more profitable than something that's highly competitive that so many other people are doing and promoting. You're competing for all of those keywords. You're competing for all of that traffic against people who are doing the same thing and likely much better at it because they've been doing it much longer. So I would highly encourage you to focus on a niche that is more you, that is more or less competitive. Something that isn't sought after by everybody out there trying to make money online. To give you an example of what some of those things are, we'll look at this a little bit. These are the top 3 things that a lot of people focus on when they're trying to become affiliate marketers. Romance, online dating, attracting the right partner, marriage counselor, reconciliation, getting your ex back, things like that. Diet and weight loss, healthy eating, quit smoking, group fitness for women, wealth and money, making money online, foreign currency exchange markets or Forex, multi-level marketing, real estate, jobs, careers, credit repair services, etc. These are all things that are highly targeted in the world, okay, for people trying to make money online and as affiliate marketers or otherwise. And the reality is, it's going to be so difficult for you to get started in this. I would much rather see you invest your time and energy doing something that's just true to you, that really does get you excited on a personal level. When I got into cryptocurrencies, I had no intentions whatsoever in turning it into a living or no idea that it would change my life or change anything. It was something that I got into out of pure passion. It was something that got me so excited. It was such a new idea, a new technology, a new everything. And it blew my mind and it got me so jazzed up. And that passion was infectious. And that passion is what ultimately I believe helped drive more people to want to watch my videos. And, you could be talking about, anything. You could be talking about batteries. Okay. I'm sure there are a lot of niches out there that use batteries. And if you're passionate about what you're into, you could talk about these batteries in a very passionate way. How have these batteries helped break your desk? How have these batteries helped change your life? What have these batteries done to make your life easier, to make your job easier? If it's something that you have a genuine interest in, you're going to be able to break down 10 different reasons why these batteries are better than all the others. And that's what's important. A lot of the content you're going to be putting out in the future are top 10 lists because they're very popular. Top 10 reasons why these batteries are better than the other top 9 in the market. Top 10 batteries for, maybe some batteries work better in other flashlights than others do. I mean, there could be a whole bunch of stuff. But the idea is you are going to know that kind of thing more than the next guy or girl because you have a genuine interest in it, right? Painting, you could be talking about paints. Maybe you're into modeling and painting. I do that stuff. And I paint models. What paints are best for particular types of textures on any given model? Do you find using contrast paints much easier on much smaller models because it's easier to work into the crevices of a tiny, there's all kinds of stuff. You get the point I'm making. Things that you're passionate about or already do in your daily life are going to be much easier for you to sell and talk about in your YouTube videos or write articles about than something that you're only doing to try and make money because that's what makes other people money. And you're going to find success much quicker, and you're going to find that the efforts you put into it are going to take you much further. Now, the other thing to this is, if you're starting with a niche that is maybe a little less popular, and I'm not saying dead, I'm not saying pick something that nobody knows anything about or cares about, because if nobody's searching for it, what's the point? Nobody's going to find you, right? They don't even know to look for you. So you want something with some traffic. And we're going to show you here very soon how to find that traffic and what words and things like that. We're going to go into keyword research and things like that soon. However, once you've established a basis for your marketing or your niche, and you've started to build some authority around your pages, around your domain, you've started to build kind of a foundation for what your efforts are, it will be easier for you to start competing with more long tail keywords associated with more highly competitive niches. Okay? So you want to start small and grow bigger. As the more powerful your site becomes, the higher your domain authority becomes, the more you can start to branch off into other things. Though I would highly suggest keeping the content and everything that you're working on relevant to where you started. Because if you start to branch out too much, you start to lose your focus, then you start to lose your audience. And that's a very important factor as well. So you want to keep things very relatable or related as you continue to grow, but you will grow. You just want to start somewhere that's more manageable and easier to find some levels of success. And that's about it. So that's really what you need to focus on now. I would suggest making a list of all of the things that you're interested in. What are all of your hobbies? Are you into crochet? Are you into drawing? Are you into painting? Are you into cars? What are you into? When you're bored and you're just like, oh, I want to do this. Do you want to go hiking? Do you want to go camping, fishing, whatever it is? Write those things down that you love to do. What makes you you? What gets you excited? If you were able to spend every minute of every day for the rest of your life writing about, talking about, researching, using whatever products associated with a particular niche, what would it be? And that is what you need to focus on moving forward from here. All right, so now you know what your niche is going to be, what your passion is, what you're going to start really coming up with amazing content for, right? I hope so. Because now we're going to start figuring out exactly what we want to target in terms of keywords. This is going to be a really important part, and I really want you to pay close attention because this is going to define a lot of your efforts moving forward, and regardless of whether or not it's blog content, articles, or videos, okay? Now, this is all about keyword research, okay? And, there are a lot of tools out there related to keyword research. And it's also a cash cow. It's a cash cow for a multitude of reasons. Number one, because it's so stinking important. What is keyword research? Keyword research is ultimately the process of figuring out what keywords are being plugged into Google or YouTube and searched for the most often within a time period. And then from there, to take things a step further, it's understanding how competitive those keywords are, okay? And so here's what we're going to do. What I'm using, this software package, I used to use this a long time ago. And then I had switched from this software. Now, this software, I can't remember what I paid for it, honestly. I think it was like $40 or something. And it was a one-time purchase. And this software, this is called Keyword Researcher Pro. And this is version 13.131. Now, the software is really good. However, it's not insanely powerful. And by that, I mean, we're going to search for keywords, and it's going to help create a whole bunch of different short and long tail keywords for us. But then we're going to have to take that list and go over to Google's keyword planner to figure out what the search volume is on all those keywords, and then copy and paste them back into this software to start building a library to work from. Now, the reason why I'm using this is because it's only like $40. There's a link in the description of this video for you. It's an affiliate link. Go figure. However, the reason why I'm using this is because all of the titles that I've discovered that like some of the best tools on the market are things like SEMrush, but it's like $80-$90 a month. or maybe, yeah, it's like 80 something bucks a month. My favorite tool out there is called Keyword Keg. And when I first joined that site, it was like $8 a month. It was nothing. And I'm like, okay, I will ditch my Keyword Researcher Pro and not pay anything a month on this for something I'm paying $8 a month for, because it lets you plug in a keyword, plug in one word with an asterisk, and it will just create a whole bunch of wildcards and long tail, short tail, anything that has to do with that word. And it will automatically show you how many searches a month, the cost per click, how competitive everything you want to know. It's honestly one of my favorite keyword tools. But I had, for whatever reason, I don't even remember what happened. I remember what happened, because I left that account going, and because it was $8 a month, and I'm like, even though I'm not actively using this right now, I'm going to keep it because I wanted to support it. Well, the card, my wife went and canceled a bunch of our credit cards because she was seeing charges. She wasn't sure where they were coming from, so she immediately canceled everything. I lost my Keyword Keg account. And then when I went back to sign up with it again, they had jacked the price up to like $50 a month or something crazy. I was so pissed. And I'm like, okay, Keyword Keg, you're done. Because like, as much as I love the service, it's just not enough to justify that kind of expense. And so now I'm back to using much more less expensive tools and doing a little bit more of the work manually. So if you're filthy rich, there will be links in the description of this video for some of the better tools that are a little more expensive, but it will make your life a lot easier. But they're not cheap, and they're monthly. So there are a lot of tools associated with blogging, SEO, so forth and so on. You could easily spend $1,000 a month just on tools to help you be more effective in it. But for every expensive tool, there's a very cheap or free one as well. And that's ultimately where you're going to get your start while you're learning, because some of these tools are so powerful that until you really know what value those tools have, there's no point in paying for them. That's just my opinion. So here we go. So we're going to dive into some of this. Now, ultimately, what we're going to do is because I'm a crypto guy, I'm going to plug in cryptocurrency. Okay. This is the singular term. This is the singular word. Now, what's the plural? Cryptocurrencies. Okay. Region, I'm not going to worry so much about. Now, you can focus on a particular region. Like, let's say you're working on SEO for a local business. Well, then you want to find keywords associated with your area or your city or whatever, and you can just plug that in here, and then it'll give you those keywords that are relevant to your city right there. You can also change the language settings, if you want to focus on other languages, whatever the case may be. But I'm not doing any of that right now. But okay, why do cryptocurrencies asterisks? Now, what we're doing here is we're saying, why do cryptocurrencies asterisks? Asterisk is the wild card that the software will replace with a whole bunch of different words or completions of the sentence. Okay. And we can go through all of these asterisks for cryptocurrencies. For a cryptocurrency. Asterisk cryptocurrencies for 2020. Let's see what that has to say. Let's see. Cryptocurrency asterisks under 100. Okay. Cheap cryptocurrency asterisks. Best cryptocurrencies for. Okay. Now, typically what we would be doing is we could go through and just select all of these, right? I mean, it comes up with the most searched for suffixes, prefixes, etc., for a variety of different keywords. Cryptocurrency asterisk reviews. So we'll go there. All right. So we've got 7. So let's just see what we come up with. Now, if you're doing some hardcore research, you might just highlight all of these and select every single one of them, look up all of them, and then boil it down from there. But we're just, for the sake of example, we're going to just start small. So we've got a bunch of different variations using the plural and singular term for cryptocurrency. From here, we're going to hit play. And you'll see behind me is a growing list. Cryptocurrency coin reviews, cryptocurrency exchange reviews, hardware wallet reviews. And we'll just let that go for a minute. And ultimately, it's going to create a whole bunch of different strings of search terms. And these are all terms that are likely being used in not only Google, but YouTube. Even though YouTube has its own tab up here, you can also use this for Amazon. So, if you're doing Amazon marketing, or you're trying to promote a product on Amazon, this will give you keywords and tell you what people are searching for in Amazon. So while that's going, we can go ahead and stop it because we're just doing some examples. You can see it's nowhere near done. It's at 150. It's going to be at 170 here soon. And it's not even, 30% of the way through. So we'll stop that there. Okay. Now I'm going to copy down below here. I'm going to copy all these to, there's 149 keywords apparently. Copy all 149 keywords. We're going to copy that. And then we're going to open up Keyword Planner. Now this is free. This is on Google. So just type in Google space Keyword Planner. You'll need a Google or a Gmail account like everything else. But we can either do discover new keywords, which we're not going to do because this isn't as powerful as a lot of the tools out there. But what we do need is get search volume and forecast. Ultimately, what we want to do here is we want to find out how frequently these particular keywords are being searched for. What's our gold mine? What are we looking for here? So I'm going to paste that list right there. Or you can upload a full file. So get started. Now, this is basically going to go through in Google's algorithm, and it's going to say, okay, how much are these keywords searched for? Now, this is all focused around trying to get you to buy advertising, right? But that's not what we're trying to do. We're just looking to get some search terms and get some information. Now, impressions. Okay. Clicks. Let's go ahead and export this list. Plan forecast, historical metrics. We're going to download that. Okay. And once you've downloaded, I got a haircut. Did you notice that? What happened? It's the magic of the interwebs. So once you've downloaded your search volume, we're going to go to, you're going to see this little button right here, and it says import CSV file. So you can click that. And then I should be able to just drag this right there. There we go. Now we're loading. Now we've got all this data. Yes. Average monthly searches, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, 10,000 to 100,000. Suggested bid. Now this is cost per click. Now I want to explain something here real fast. So for those of you who are not familiar at all with any of this, that's cool. So there are little pop-ups that tell you a lot of this. But like cryptocurrency ETF, if I wanted to bid on this, so what I always used to tell like SEO clients back in the day is when you're trying to establish your main, organic SEO presence, right? Sometimes one of the coolest things to do is to use Google pay-per-click ads, because then you're able to generate traffic from those particular keywords and get that targeted traffic in to start helping your site metrics, your bounce rate, things like that. And, but some of these keywords, cryptocurrency market cap, $25. This is bid per click, folks. So in order for me to get cryptocurrency market cap that's only searched for 1 to 10,000 times on average per month, it would cost me this much. It would cost me $25 every time somebody clicks that link. Imagine the kind of money you'd have to spend. So yeah, that's what we're looking at here. So then let's say I want to add one of these. So cryptocurrency news, sure. I mean, that's a $6.25 click. So basically, if you're able to organically rank any page or article or anything on your website for cryptocurrency news, this is the kind of traffic you stand to generate, and that's the kind of money you stand to save per click. All right. So that's basically what we're looking at here. But we don't want wildly competitive search phrases. So, we're going to go down and we're going to say, 100 to 1,000, 10 to 100. It's going to be a lot easier for you to rank for a lot of the lower trafficked keyword strings, these long tail keyword strings, than it is for the short ones. And so that's ultimately what we're looking to do. And so we're using this software to create cryptocurrency facts. Boom, that would be a good article. Cryptocurrency careers, that could be a good one. Cryptocurrencies and volatility, cryptocurrencies to avoid, that would be a good one to educate people on staying away from like Ponzi's and cloud mining and things like that. Best cryptocurrency right now, best cryptocurrency of the future. So you get the idea. Like this here, best cryptocurrency for the future, 10 to 100 visits a month, no bids on this. Best cryptocurrency for the future, best cryptocurrency news, 10 to 100, no bids. Boom, this is money right here. That is legit. That's what you're looking for. So you want to build a small portfolio of these articles because you're going to be able to capitalize on all this traffic. Cryptocurrencies on Binance. People aren't doing articles about it. Why not you? That's simple. And I'm just giving away gold right here for everybody, for those in the crypto space looking to write articles. So that's ultimately Keyword Researcher Pro. And then you can export this. You can save it as a file. And then you can start keeping track of your content. So if you wanted to write content based on one of these keywords, you can throw the keyword in there, start writing. But we're not going to use this. We're not using this for content writing. We're going to get on that later. But I just wanted to kind of show you the process for finding the keywords and then getting an understanding of what the search volume might be for those particular keywords on any given monthly level. All right. And it's really simple. And it's almost like treasure hunting. It really is. It's like treasure hunting because you could find some real gold amongst the sea of words. And those keywords are going to help you build your brand and build your online presence. Okay, so now that we have a better understanding about a tool we can use and what keyword research is all about, now we want to focus on the domain name of our website. Okay, now there are two ways you could go about this. Number one, you can focus on trying to find a domain name that is relevant specifically to your niche, right? So if I'm doing cryptocurrencies, maybe I want something relevant to crypto or cryptocurrencies. If I'm doing pets, well, then maybe I want a keyword associated with dogs, cats, alligators, whatever you think are pets, okay? Maybe there's an all-encompassing keyword associated with pets, and that's what you want to focus on. But here's the thing. Google has what's called a sandbox, okay? If you go out to GoDaddy.com and you register a brand new domain name that you've made up yourself, and then all of a sudden you start blasting it with backlinks, social metrics, you're going to Fiverr and all these other websites and you're trying to buy all of this stuff, right? And you're basically doing what we call astroturfing. You're creating all of this fake presence, okay? None of it's really organic. You're buying it. People are using a lot of bots to send you stuff. You're using a lot of software to send your URL a lot of crappy links from all over the world. I've done it, okay? There was a time when that worked. Not so much anymore. And what happens is if you've got a brand new link that suddenly is getting bombarded with all kinds of cool social metrics, backlinks, and the like, Google will look at that as though you are astroturfing, and they will put you in the sandbox. The sandbox is basically where you go to play by yourself for a while. And it's ultimately a status that says you were never going to reach the top 10 in Google for 2 years. Okay? So what you want is you if you have it, if you have the budget. Now, this isn't to say that you can't find success, because you can find success by just buying a brand new domain and starting from scratch and building it over time. It's not to say that you're not going to get traffic. It's not to say that you're not going to do well. It is to say that if you're trying to build your domain authority and your page authority more quickly, it's best to have a website that's already been indexed by Google years ago. You want an aged domain, because an aged domain tells Google this website's existed for a while. It could very easily have established these social metrics, backlinks, and the like, and we're not going to penalize you for it. All right? So one of the best tools that honestly you can use for establishing or finding aged domains is GoDaddy auctions. Now, there are others like DomCop and others, and they charge you a fee every month to be a part of it. GoDaddy does too, but it's nowhere near as expensive. And you can find some really good deals on aged domains on GoDaddy auctions. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the advanced search. And we're going to say, okay, GoDaddy, I want to see if I can find a domain related to crypto. All right. Price, I'm not going to put in here. I want a .com domain so I'm going to check .com. I don't want any of these other extensions. Wow, there's a lot of them. I feel like they come out with a new extension every day. Minimum age is 2 years, because that's ultimately what you want. Let's go with 3 years, even though I doubt there will be any, but we'll take a look and see. I also want a buy now option. So I'm checking the buy now. I want to find a domain, buy it, and be done with it. I don't want to bid on multiple domains and get into big bidding wars with other people. If I can't buy now, I'm not interested. All right. That's just me. You could be another story. So we're going to run search and see if anything comes up. I'm doubtful. Yeah, no search results. Okay, so we're going to go back. Oops. I don't want to go back that far. Advanced search. Let's just go with an age domain. We'll say minimum of 2 years. And I won't get overly specific. I just want a .com domain. I want crypto in the domain if at all possible. I want it to contain the word. It doesn't have to be exact. And let's just see what comes up. Oh yeah, I want a buy now option. Okay, now we found some. All right, so what we want is here's what happens with a lot of people that are buying or they deal in domain names. People think that if I buy a domain name today, and then I just leave it on GoDaddy and I let it sit for a couple years, that is an aged domain. That's not the case. Google has to have indexed that website or that domain 2 or more years ago for it to be considered actually aged. If it hasn't been indexed, it's not an aged domain. Some people think that if they buy a domain name, I bought this domain name 15 years ago. It's been sitting, it's got 15 years worth on it. No, it doesn't. Not unless it was indexed. That's a very big, important thing. So let's take a look. Now, I'm not logged into my account at all. So I might not be able to get all of the data here, but we'll see. Yeah, they might make me. Okay. Let me see here. I don't like using accounts online that I'm actually logged into because I get a little weird. So some of these crypto monetary fund, CryptoCade, Crypto Unites. I like that. Estimated value. Now, here's another thing. GoDaddy likes to give a lot of these big values to domains based off of, I don't even know what, to be frank with you. They're probably not worth that much. The price for this domain is $5. Crypto Unites price $10. Buy now for $10. So it's saying it's an aged domain. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, there we go. It's saying it's a 2-year-old domain. Let's see if we can find, I want something that's a little older. Stark Crypto, 2 years old. 2 years. So you can tell a lot of people bought these at 2018. 2 years. The older the domain name that you can find, the better. And this it goes a step further, in that if you can buy a domain name that has positive link power, we call it link juice, the better. Those get more expensive, and we're not going to dive too deep into that. That'll be in a future video. But ultimately, let's just look at some of these and see what's happening. You can use websites like Ahrefs and plug in a domain, and it'll tell you all of the backlinks and everything that it's got. And because what happens is some people that are trying to sell domain names, maybe it is aged, but it was used for like a churn and burn campaign or something. I used to do these. Basically, what a churn and burn is, back when Google had no problem, like their software, I used to use like GSA, okay? And you could take a domain and write a bunch of spun articles, spun being like you have this automated bot and it'll rewrite all these articles using keywords, but it changes them all up so that they're all unique, right? But they're gibberish. Then GSA will take these articles and spit them out to all these blogs, and it'll make thousands of blog comments all over the internet, thousands of forum posts, and you name it. It just creates thousands and thousands of backlinks. I've sent as high as like 250,000 backlinks to one individual web page in like a day. And it basically, and then you force index them. So then there are indexing services where you send all these links that you've created to this service, and it'll go and it'll ping every one of those to tell Google, look what's happening. And Google's like, oh, cool. And then it ranks you. But what happens is that a lot of those links are crap. But when Google would catch on to it, then they would blacklist that domain name. Or they would just trash it, de-index it, like you name it. And we called them churn and burn because you're churning and then they're burning. And then you have to start over. And that's what a lot of people did for affiliate marketing back in the day. So what happens is a part of that practice is that let's take a look at this. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to go into waybackmachine.com. All right. Wayback Machine is going to tell us whether or not this website was actually indexed 2 or more years ago. So yeah, so this was indexed in 2018 and its first snapshot was on August 4th. So August 4th of 2018 was when this was snapshot, and let's take a look at what the site was. I'm guessing it was just a squatting page. Not loading very fast. Yeah, okay. So this web page is parked free. So yeah, it wasn't used for anything. Somebody bought it, they squatted on it. Now they just want to get rid of it. So, and which is very common. You're going to see that. So, but it was indexed a couple years ago. So this would be a 2-year-old page. Now, maybe you want to find a domain name that is, you want to create your own brand. Maybe you want to make up a name that doesn't come up at all in Google. And in that instance, like Yahoo, Google, they're building a brand around a brand new name, a new idea. That's okay too. And while nobody's necessarily searching for that brand name, they are searching for the content you plan to put under it. And so that is important. And that's a really cool thing. So, and it helps differentiate you from every other website out there. If you notice, a lot of the websites and the blogs and everything that you see, typically content that's provided by a unique brand name tends to stick with people longer because they associate your brand name, which is unique in and of itself, with the content you're providing, as long as that content is worthwhile. So you're trying to build a reputation as well as your authority in your space. And that's really important. But this is a way, this is basically what you're trying to do, is that you want to try and find a cheap domain name, under $40. Typically for 40 bucks, you could probably find a domain that's been aged for, 5 or 6 years or even longer. It just depends on how long some of these squatters have been sitting on them. And, basically, and the way this goes is once you've set up your GoDaddy auctions account, you'll find your domain, you'll do the buy it now option, but it'll still take, I think it still takes a week or so until that domain is transferred from the original owner. So it's not something like you're going to buy it and start working with it immediately. It does take a little bit of time because there's a transfer process, but I think it's gotten quicker since, years ago. So anyway, that's how you find an aged domain. I encourage you to do that over registering a brand new domain. Now, I will also say, and this isn't as likely. You know what? I will show you while we're doing that. ahrefs.com. So if I'm, this is a website you can use. Start a 7-day trial for $7. I don't really want to do a trial. I don't want to join anything right now. This site is one of those sites. This is one of the best websites for SEO out there. I used to have an account when this is what I used to do. This one, and then moz.com. I don't even remember. Yeah, there's a smarter way to do SEO. Try Moz Pro free, click your plan, cancel anytime. This is a really good one as well. Free SEO tools. That's what I used to use. So you can use this to analyze a domain name. So let's say Stark Crypto. I know there's nothing with this. No data is found for this domain. That's fine. We know that it's been indexed. There's nothing found. Now, what you don't want to find, sometimes you might use this to cross-reference a domain name and find out if there are a lot of like Chinese backlinks to that domain, chances are it's probably not a good buy because it was used in some sort of churn and burn campaign, and you don't want that. You want something with good, positive PA, page authority, domain authority. You want positive link juice coming into that website. And if it's got a bunch of like backlinks in different countries that you don't understand, chances are that was used as part of some sort of spam campaign and you don't want the domain. And it doesn't matter if it's shoes.com. Well, I guess it does. Like something that crazy, you could fix it. But for your use as a newbie, you're not going to need those. So that's how you find an aged domain. The reason why you want to find an aged domain. But again, that's not to say that you can't find success with a brand new domain. You can, and likely at your experience level, you're probably not going to do anything to get yourself penalized or any of that anyway. But it's always best to skip that 2-year period if at all possible, especially if it doesn't cost you much more than, $5 or $10 to do it. It's just a matter of figuring out what domain name you want and what's relevant to your niche. So we need to find a domain. And the first thing I really want to do though is you should set up an account. So go here and click profile, and then you're going to set up an account. Okay, it's going to say log in or create an account. I've already got this started. I don't want to get a bunch of newsletters, so I'm going to create an account and continue. Cool. I'll save this one in the browser, even though I don't normally do that. This is really just a demo account. So make sure that you make your password really difficult and all of that fun stuff. Now, so from here, now we have an account. All right. So now we want to go back here and we want to set up, we need to get our domain name. So find a domain name that's relevant to your brand, the products that you're going to sell, or the content of your niche blogging efforts, whatever kind of content you're going to be doing. So come up with a domain name, and then we just find out if it's available. I'm going to say watches to go. I don't know. I'm sure this isn't available, but boo, that's not available. Man, that would have been a good one too. I didn't do this. I didn't have this all like pre-done. So, how about watch me go. Well, come on. Watchmegogo.com. Oh, that's available. Okay. Was the other one? I don't know. Watch Me Go Go. I kind of like that. I'm going to go with that. Watch Me Go Go. All right. So now I've got the domain. It's $8.88 a year. Okay. Pretty cheap. Now I want WordPress hosting. So they make it super easy. Easy WP from $1 a month for WordPress hosting. Why not? Yes, I'm going to add that. So this is the Easy WP starter for $1 a month. Renews at $3.88 a month. Ooh. This gives you 10 gigs of SSD storage and 50,000 visitors a month with a free CDN. A CDN is a content delivery network that basically helps against things like DDoS attacks. You hear about DDoS hacks and things like that. Basically, it's a bunch of people pinging your website over and over from all over the place, trying to overload the servers and shut it down. But with a CDN, what it's doing ultimately is it's caching all the content on your site and it's redistributing it all over the world through servers all over the world. So if somebody's trying to do a DDoS attack on an IP address or something like that, well, they're actually hitting clones of your site that are being stored all over the place. So it's kind of broken up, so it's not directly banging the same server, ultimately shutting it down. So that's actually pretty cool. This gives you more storage, 50 gigs, 200,000 visitors a month. But let's just assume that we're just getting started, right? So we don't need a whole bunch of resources yet. However, I will say that we're going to go with the cheapest options now just because we're just getting started, right? You don't really know I don't know if you have a lot of money to spend or a lot of bells and whistles, but we're going to add this and we're just going to go with that. And when you've added your site, maybe at some point you're going to use like a WooCommerce plugin. That can get kind of server intensive. There are a lot of plugins out there that can get pretty server intensive. So if you realize or you get notifications that, hey, you're using up a lot of resources here, then you just upgrade your hosting account. It should be pretty easy to do. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to come back after I've purchased this. Okay, so it's purchased. I got watchmegogo.com. I wonder what I'm going to sell on that domain. And I got free WhoisGuard, and I got Easy WP monthly hosting at $1. I mean, that's crazy cheap. So I got hosting and a domain name for $10. Craziness. So now we want to set up our website, our WordPress site. Now I've never set up a site on this with this company before. I'm doing this all raw right here. So here we go. Log in with Namecheap. Okie doke, here we go. Set up WordPress. Let's do it. Watch me go. I'm just selecting my domain from the dropdown. Couldn't get any easier. Create WordPress website. Or do I want to customize the WordPress install? I'm going to go ahead and just go with create the WordPress website. I can customize what I need afterwards. App wants to make changes. Yes. You can find WordPress credentials. All right. We're changing your domain to watchmegogo.com. This may take up to 24 hours. That's typically never the case, so I'm not too concerned with that. We've got everything set up, but it's going to take up to 24 hours. So I'm going to pause this and come back, and you can take a break. Or in the meantime, you can go to, you can click the other link down below and click the Envato Market, which is going to take you to a place where basically you're going to go to web themes, and it's themeforest.com, but you're going to go to the website Envato. And when you find ThemeForest, you can start looking through the different web themes. And these are all paid themes, or you could go to justfreethemes.com, and these are all free web WordPress themes that you can grab. Now, there's a difference though, because I don't know that these free themes, you can see their demos and all that. And if you find something like a shopper, there are a lot of different kinds of themes, news card, depending on what kind of site you're going to have. But I don't know if they have one-click demo installs, which is a huge deal. Almost every theme on ThemeForest, actually, hold on a minute. Why is that? Yeah, we want themeforest.com. Once you're logged into your Envato site, you'll be able to log in and you'll just go to ThemeForest. And this is where you're going to go. Once you're at themeforest.com, which your Envato account, Envato owns like ThemeForest, Graphic River, Audio Jungle, all these different media sites with like templates and things, Video Hive, which is a big one. So once you've set up your Envato account, then you'll be able to go into ThemeForest and look at all the different themes that are available for sale. Now, this is like blogs and magazines. These are all e-commerce. Okay. So the one I'm going to end up using when we come back, I'm going to be setting up this theme, Lift Supply, creative single product WooCommerce WordPress theme, because I'm really just going to be focusing on one product starting off. And so I'm going to teach you how to set this up and make it look nice and be able to customize it and all that stuff. So I'll see you back in just a minute. Alrighty then, and we're back, and it only took about 20 minutes. So what happened, I actually ended up getting an email, or I got a notification in the dashboard saying I needed to verify my contact information. And so I clicked verify, I got an email, I clicked it, and then it was approved, and then literally minutes later, this went up. So I clicked admin, and then when I clicked that, it brought up the back end of my website right there. So this is all a bunch of gobbledygook you're not going to need, so we can click dismiss and get rid of that. And let's see, let's bring this in a little bit here. So this is basically the back end of your site. Now, this is all WordPress news. I typically bring that up, minimize it. Quick draft, I rarely use that for anything. I bring it over there and minimize it. So if we look at our website right now, this is what we see. That's it. But you have a website and it's up and running. We're done, folks. Good night. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so watch me go. I actually think that's really cool that I picked that up. I can't believe I did that just on the fly. All right, so a couple things we're going to do first. We're going to go into general settings. And, well, let's update this real quick. If you're doing this and it says WordPress needs an update, always update WordPress pretty much immediately. Sometimes it breaks things, but if you don't keep your WordPress site updated, all the plugins that you're using, all of that stuff, if you do not keep it updated, script kiddies, as we call them, are basically people who love to use little hacker scripts they find on the dark web and all over the place. They like to run these scripts looking for vulnerabilities in WordPress sites. And typically when something is out of date, it means that security flaws were updated. And in those security updates, they basically say, well, we patched this, we patched that. Well, then the hackers know, oh, well, this used to be a vulnerability in previous editions. So update WordPress database, sure. Okay. So there. And then that shows you basically what that WordPress update was. So we're going to go back to the dashboard. You may or may not have had to do that. It's no big deal if you did. So we're going to go back to settings. We're going to go back to general. And so we've got the site title, Watch Me Go. A store for quality smartwatches. All right. And so this is your tagline. So you're going to throw your tagline, be creative, whatever your tagline is. Watches that I don't know. I'll just make up something. Watches that make you go. Make you go. All right. Okay, so you're not going to really need anyone can register because it's not likely that you're going to have a whole lot going on. If you decide to do niche blogging and you want people to comment and things like that, then you'll want anyone can register. Otherwise, if it's just a shop and you're not planning on having a lot of that, or you're going to be redirecting traffic to like Amazon or something, I wouldn't worry too much about it, because you actually want to drive people to your reviews on Amazon if that's the case. Okay, so we're going to save that so that it doesn't say another WordPress website. And then that's done. Then we're going to go to writing. Nothing we need to change there. You've got your uncategorized. That's your default blog post. Reading, your latest this is all going to change here soon anyway. Permalinks. It's already defaulted to post name. So, wow, okay. So WordPress is ahead of the game there. So now we want theme. Okay, so these are the themes that come stock with WordPress that you can select. We don't want to use one of those. We want to be unique, and we don't want to use something that's used by everybody. See, the thing of it is that some people are tempted to use these stock themes because they're free, and you just got to turn them on. It's already there. The problem is that a lot of like PBNs are like private blog network operators. They basically build these huge farms of websites, and they build them up, and then they link to each other, and they try and help the authority of other sites, and then it's a whole thing, okay? And a lot of times they just use a lot of stock standard themes because it's cheap, and they're doing it in bulk. So what you're ultimately going to want to do is there's a link below for Envato Marketplace, and you're going to click the link, go to Envato, set up your account, and then you're going to want to go to Theme Forest. Okay, now Theme Forest is actually a really, really awesome site, because you can here's the thing, there are companies that if you were to go to them right now and say, hey, I want a website for my shop or my niche blog or whatever, they're going to charge you $3,000 to $5,000, sometimes even 10 grand to do exactly what I'm showing you how to do right here. Okay, and that's a fact, because I did it for years. Because I mean, look, it's kind of like the plumber, right? You know, you call the plumber and you tell, oh man, I've got a leak, and he walks in, he looks at it, and he hits the pipe one time, you know, or whatever, and then the leak stops, and then he hands you a bill for like $1,200. And you're like, it took you 2 seconds. He's like, sure, that took me 2 seconds, but the 20 years it took me to learn how to do this in 2 seconds is why you're paying me $1,200, right? So that's kind of the philosophy, but it just keeps getting easier. So you can go to Envato Theme Forest, and you'll click here, and then all these are different categories of themes. Now, right now we're looking in the e-commerce section. So a lot of these themes are like $60, but you can find some, like this one's $27. You could find a lot of deals. But this, and you know, you want to look at the reviews, make sure that it's a good quality thing. It's got easy one-click installation, which is insane because it really helps you get a jump start on things. And typically it breaks down the features, functions, and what it comes with. And then it shows you the different demos that you'll be able to install. So ultimately, once you purchase one of these themes and you've installed one of these, one-click demo, and then this is what your website will look like in minutes, okay? That's really the easy part. From there, you have to customize it and make it your own, and you're going to need to know how to do that. So what I'm doing is I've got this theme. It's called Lift Supply. This is basically a one product theme, okay? This is basically a theme that I'm going to ultimately customize to make my own. Like, it looks like it's all about shoes, right? I'm not going to do all the customization in this video because that could take forever, but I am going to build this out and show you how I transform this. Well, by the time we're done with this video, your website's going to look like this if you decide to use this theme. If you don't, what I'm going to show you is going to be very quick and easy, okay? So you'll be able to apply a lot of this on any theme that you decide to get, okay? So here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to go in here. We're going to manage themes. We're going to add a new theme. All right. So these are a bunch of other free themes that you can install if you want, if you've got a blog or something like that. Now, we're going to upload a theme. Where did I upload mine? Here it is. So these are the theme files. This is the theme file that I want. So I'm going to drag this to my desktop. And here we go. All right, so we're going to upload this theme. All right, so I selected it, clicking install now, and this should upload the zip file. And there we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and activate it. Bingo bango. Now, right after we've activated the theme, it's going to give us kind of a rundown as to our resources and what we have available, which I'm actually surprised that we have what we have on, because I mean, we've just got a $1 hosting account. PHP time limit's a little low, so that should probably be like 6 something, I'm guessing. PHP max input variables, that's not good. So that might give us some problems importing the demo. But what we're going to do before we attempt that is we're going to go over here and we're going to install these plugins. So these are all the plugins that this site is saying that it really needs to operate properly. So we're going to go begin installing plugins. We're going to just mass install them all. Okay. So from the drop down, install, and click apply. Okay, so now that the plugins have installed, which depending on what server you have or whatever, it could take a couple seconds, it could take a couple minutes. And every theme is going to require different plugins that you're going to need to install. But that's how easy it is. Generally, it's pretty much all there is to it. So now that those are installed, we're going to want to turn them on. So we're going to go back here. I will say that this server is pretty slow. If you're watching this before you set up a web, you might want to get a beefier server because this is pretty slow. I don't think I've ever worked on a server this slow before. Okay, so now we're finally back back in the plugins directory. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff in here and you're probably freaking out, but it's all pretty simple stuff. So what's this saying? The following required plugin is currently inactive. Yeah, I know. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to click this. It selects all these plugins, and we want to make sure that we activate everything. All right, this might take another hour. Okay, that was quick. All right, so everything's back. Actually, the Hello Dolly, we don't really need that. We can get rid of that. I hate how they put it in everything, but I think it's kind of a, what do you call, like a, I don't know, something they've done for years. So they've always kept that in there. I think it's just don't even know what purpose it serves. It just wastes everybody a couple minutes every time. So this should be deleting. Are you sure you want to delete it? Yes, I'm sure. Get rid of it already. Deactivate it. Maybe we have to deactivate it first. There we go. Now maybe it'll let us delete it. Yes. There we go. All right, so you got to deactivate it first. All right, so now you see, welcome to WooCommerce. Run the setup wizard. You can do all that. Install WooCommerce admin. We don't need that right now. Your themeless supply contains outdated copies. We don't need this right now either. Okay, so we're going to dismiss that. And so now we have all of that. So now what we need to do is we want to install the demo. And I'm hoping, based off of the limited stuff, the limited available resources on this small, tiny server package, I'm hoping it's able to do this. So this is going to be a crapshoot, I'll tell you. But we're going to go in. So this is Theme Lexus. This is basically for the theme we just installed. And we're going to go to import demos. Now, depending on the theme that you bought, it could be somewhere else. Okay, click to below. Okay, so here we go. We're going to click this and hope we don't get a bunch of problems. Demo source, product sample, import type. We're gonna go ahead and say all. Oof. We'll see. Something tells me this isn't gonna go through. All right, so it looks like our import was successful. Took a little while, but I didn't get any errors, and very interesting. I'm actually kind of impressed because we just got $1 hosting from Namecheap, and it let me import. Well, so far it looks like it let me import. So now let's go and look at our site because we haven't looked at it in a minute. Drum roll. There it is. That is your website now, if you downloaded the theme, or you got the theme that I pointed out. So you'll notice that the product images are empty. You've got a base stock logo. You've got some other stuff down here in the footer. So this is all now basically a canvas for you to customize however you'd like. But you have a website, okay? So I'm actually pretty impressed, Namecheap. I kind of dig the fact that we were able to get that. So let's see what these guys wanted. It looks like a plugin update. Anytime you see this, like I said, you always want to update your plugins. You want to make sure your WordPress is always updated and so on. Now, if we go back, so that's done. And so we can run the setup wizard here. I guess we could do this a little bit now, just in case you're trying to set up an e-commerce site where you're going to sell products of your own. But I'm not going to go too deep into that. But where's your store based? Are you in the UK? Are you in the United States? I'm in the United States. I would suggest if you're doing a lot of shipping and things like that, you might want to use a PO box. But we'll just say highway to hell. And that is in Cincinnati, Ohio for sure. Because everyone over here drives like crap. Sorry if you're from Ohio, but you know it's true. If somebody sneezes, the road's too wet. 45245. Wait. I don't know, 45245. That's a decent zip. All right, I plan to sell both digital and physical products. I will also be selling products or services in person. Nah. Help improve usage tracking. No, I don't want to really do that. Okay, so now this is where you're going to set up. Are you going to be doing Stripe payments, PayPal, or offline payments? Chances are you're going to be doing PayPal. Sure, you'll plug in your business account email, and that should be that. Stripe is going to be Stripe's pretty good. Like that, Stripe is used by a lot of people. Obviously, if you're setting up a site for anything that would be considered like gambling, adult, anything like that, don't use PayPal. Even crypto, for that matter. Like if you're trying to set up some sort of crypto site. Because PayPal will just seize your money and keep it. I mean, it's like, at least that's what I've seen. So it's best if you're doing anything that you think is going to be against PayPal's rules, just don't try it because they'll figure it out and they'll get you. Shipping method, probably flat rate. I mean, you're going to be able to adjust this however you see fit. Inches, ounces. Ounces and inches. That's probably going to be about right. What would you like to charge for flat rate shipping? We'll just say $5. $5 anywhere. Locations not covered by your other zones. I don't know, $15. Again, you're going to know your shipping costs more than I will. I'm just kind of filling in the blanks. But that's ultimately how simple this is. Recommended for all WooCommerce stores. Enhance your store with these recommended free features. Automated taxes, sure, because those are going to be based off of your location that you just plugged in, your sales tax. WooCommerce admin, sure. MailChimp, sure. Facebook, yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and let that stuff get set up. And it may, I'm not sure what the this next step is, but it might be activate. Continue with Jetpack. Jetpack's actually a really good plugin. I will, yeah, we can go ahead and set that now, do that now, because we're going to install it anyway. But there's a couple other plugins that I'm going to install that I think are very important. I'm going to show you how to do those too. Oh gosh, okay. We're not going to do all this. You can set up Jetpack on your own. It's going to be easy, but there's a whole other account and all kinds of other stuff you need to do. Your start, yes, good. All right, so that's done. View the dashboard, or you can import products, but you're not going to do any of that. PayPal checkout with new smart PayPal pay buttons. Okay, so you'll configure your PayPal checkout. This is a rabbit hole, folks. I'm just trying to get you set up on your website. Stripe, we're going to get rid of this. Stripe is enabled, but an SL certificate is not detected. Yes, we're going to need to set up an SSL certificate. We've got Jetpack, so that was installed, but we haven't set it up yet, which is fine. We don't necessarily need to. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through and we're going to clean up some of the crap, right, that the theme set up. This is all stock content. We don't really need any of this. So we're going to move all of these stock comments to the trash can because it just takes up space. Posts. I'm sure it probably added a bunch of posts we don't need. Yeah, so we don't need any of this. We're just going to get rid of them. Well, you know what? We'll keep one. Let's take a look at one real quick just to see. So this is a sample blog post, okay? So this is actually cool. If you want to leave one of these, it just kind of shows you what the blog posts are going to look like when you say, okay, I want to write a new blog post. That's basically what your blog pages are going to look like. So that's actually cool. We'll leave one, but we don't really need all of them. There. So we'll move those to the trash. All right. So we've got one blog post. We'll keep that just for giggles for now. Products. Now, these are all empty products, right? And these are basically put in here to show you the different categories that you can use, the different price points, whether or not they're featured. And these are ultimately to show you what a finished product looks like. So we're going to open one up and take a look. So this is a product page, okay? Obviously, it's just using gray images, but you'll be able to replace those. And this is what it all looks like. So you'll have your description and so forth. So let's actually go in and edit the product. So here's the title of your product, okay? And we're gonna open this up. Yeah. So that's this. This is your title. This is the description for your product. You've got your categories here, which we can easily wipe all those and just add new categories based off of what we're doing. Here's the regular price. Here's the sale price. The sale price dates. So this is basically this is the regular retail price of your product. If you're running a sale, this is where you put your sale price, and you'll run your sale from 5/12/2016 to 3/30/2018. So, but you can change that just by clicking that box. I'm telling you, this stuff is so simple, guys. It just takes a little time. That's all. It's taxable, so you're going to have the plugin that automatically does your tax. Here's your SKU number, and whether or not it's in stock, out of stock, or on back order, sold individually. You've got your shipping, linked products. So, let's say if I'm selling a watch and I also want to sell watch bands that I can change them out with, I would just list those here. Please enter 3 more characters. I don't know what other products we have, but yeah, I don't even know what they're called, so I'm not going to be able to punch up 3. But that's basically what you're going to do. So that way, when you're on this product page, down below here somewhere or somewhere here, they'll say people also like, and then you'll have your different watch bands, or maybe you have shoelaces if you're selling shoes. Basically upsells, things that people might want to pick up along the way when they're buying the primary product. Okay, so that's all pretty self-explanatory. And then this is the short description. This is basically this data right here. Okay, so that's how simple that is. And then this is going to be your main product image. So if you have product images, you'll be able to upload those. So let's take a look here. So if I'm going, I'm just going to steal a couple pictures just to show you. All right. So we'll use this. All right. So this is what happens. And uh-oh, maybe it won't let me. Save. Okay. Let's try this. Save image as JPEG desktop. All right. So now we're going to go here. We're going to remove this. And we're going to set product image. We're going to select files to upload. And there it is. Now, for SEO, now these are all the images that the theme is installed for you. So all this stuff is already there. I didn't know that, or I would have just grabbed one of them. But you're going to want to use alt text in all your images. And your alt text should explain kind of what the image is of. We'll just say a weight 5 pounds. That's fine. The title, 5-pound weight. A description, large black weight with handle. And the reason why you're doing this sort of stuff is because when Google's indexing your site and it's spidering through your site, it's going through all the content on it. The more you're able to tell Google what your product is about, the better off you're going to be. Okay. So this here is our product tags, weights. You can, I don't know, kettlebells. It looks kind of like one. It's not a kettlebell, I know, people, but so there you go. And you'll be able to add these tags here, and these product tags are going to come up. Let's see, we're going to add a new category for weights. There is no parent. There we go. All right, so now this product is going to be in the weights category. We're going to update. We're going to come here and reload, and there's our new 5 kilogram, not 5 pounds, 5 kilogram Body Max workout ball. And that's how easy it is to change these products. And that's how easy it is to add them. You can add it from scratch if you'd like. And, you know, there you go. So now let's take a look at posts. Okay. Posts are very easy as well. You can either hit add new, or if you're using some of the demo content, and there it is. It's that simple. Here's your title. I love teaching people how to make money. Okay. And then I'm going to update that. Now the same is true here. You've got your permalink. You've got your categories over here off to the right. You know, we haven't recreated those, but you're going to be able to go, these are your categories. So I can open this in a new window and I can wipe these categories right here. Delete. I can then go in, I can quick edit this the uncategorized, which is basically your default. And we'll say, watch me go news. All right. And then we want to delete this slug, and it'll recreate it with the new keywords. Okay. And so then when I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and refresh this. And there's my category, and my post is now default to watch me go news. Okay. You've got your tags. I can put a featured image in here. So let's go ahead and replace this. I don't know how big these are. Let's see. 270 by 320, 19. Yeah, we use these, I guess. So there's our featured image now. You've got an excerpt, and you know, I want to allow comments and pingbacks. So I can update that, and now when I go back and I view the post, we'll likely have an image in it. There we go. So there's our featured image along with I love teaching people how to make money. And then you've got the shareables and things like that. You've got space for comments. All right. Wow, this is going to be a long one if I don't. I want to show you the things that are going to really put you on your way. All right. So here are some stuff that are important. There are a couple plugins that you want to have on your site. Now, first of all, you're going to want to make sure that you get an SSL certification, which it's in here, missing SSL. You're probably going to have to just buy it from Namecheap. I don't know exactly how to do that here because typically, like I know on GoDaddy it's very easy, but they make it very easy for you to buy like everything and probably even a house somewhere on their website. With Namecheap, you might want to call them and say, hey, I want to get an SSL certificate added to my domain. Or what I'll do is I'll add it. Once this is in the CryptoCrow.io course, university course, I will add a description probably in the discussion forums on how to get your SSL certificate. I won't make another video about it, but that's important. Now there's some security plugins that we're going to want. So we're going to go to plugins and add new. The first one I want to set up is WordFence. WordFence is a security plugin that helps with like brute force kind of hacking attempts and things like that. It's pretty important to have running. It doesn't mean your site's not going to get hacked. What you really need, in addition to this, your SSL and the CDN, is you're going to want to contact Namecheap about getting a firewall added. It's very likely that they have additional firewall security. And once this is installed, we're going to activate it. I'm going to show you just some simple stuff to do to set this up. But a firewall is pretty much a must. If you're running a WordPress website without an actual firewall running on the back end, it's very likely that your site will get hacked, especially if you forget to, I'll just throw in especially if you forget to, no. Okay. I don't have one right now, so no thanks. We're just going to go with the basic free. All right. So now WordFence is installed down here. So we go down here to the dashboard. And so right now it's in learning mode, okay? But we're going to manage the firewall. Now this is a software firewall, but this doesn't stop like server-side stuff. This stops things like you can block IP addresses. You can block, like with the professional version, you can block like entire countries. So if you're seeing a lot of traffic from like Germany or China or Russia, and they keep hitting your site trying to brute force it, you can just block the entire country in here if you want. But this is a pretty good plugin to have. So lock out after how many login failures? Well, you know what? If somebody is logged into if somebody has an actual account, they don't need more than 3 login attempts typically. The majority of people, even though they shouldn't, and you shouldn't either, they're saving their passwords in their browser. So the next time they come back after they set up their account, they should be able to log right in. It shouldn't be too difficult. If they need more than 3 attempts, they're trying to hack you anyway. So you lock them out. Lock out after how many forgot password attempts? 3. That should be all you need. Count failures over what time period? How about a day? Like, that should be fine. Amount of time a user is locked out? 2 months. 2 months should be more than sufficient. Immediately lock out invalid usernames. This I wouldn't turn on necessarily, only because somebody could just typo their username wrong and they'll only get 1 shot to punch that in right. So that should be okay. Everything else in here, enforce strong passwords. You want all that. Don't let WordPress reveal valid users and login errors. Absolutely. I mean, this just basically helps keep things more secure. And there are more advanced features and things like that, but we're going to save the changes. When you're reading through a lot of this stuff, if you have questions, ask in the discussion forums on cryptocrow.io. And I will explain things. But for the sake of time in this video, I just want to make sure that you just at least get this installed on your site for now. Now, there's one for SEO that I highly recommend. We're going to add that real quick as well. And this is called Yoast SEO. So that's YOAST. There it is, right there. Over 5 million active installations. You know it's good. Now, they have some competitors, but this is ultimately pretty solid. So we're going to install that. Okay, so now that it's installed, we're going to activate it. And it's probably going to take us to the general setup. All right. Okay, to make sure your site is as secure as possible, take a moment to optimize the WordPress web application firewall. Click here to configure. Yes, we want to do that, by the way. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what just happened. Root of your installation. Restricted, we have it. Oh, okay. So it might just take a few minutes or so for that to propagate and work. Okie dokie. Where are we? That's right, Yoast SEO. So here's the Yoast SEO now. It says SEO. We're going to go into general. And there we go. Configuration wizard. It's hard for me to see. I don't have glasses on at the moment, and everything's really small. Okay, so option A, my site is live and ready for traffic. Yes, that's fine. What does the site watchmegogo.com represent? An online shop, basically. It doesn't matter too much, but ultimately it's an online shop. So the name of the organization, Watch Me Go Go. This is where you can upload a logo or something like that. We'll just use the base logo for now because I don't have any of that stuff prepared. You'll add your Facebook page URL, your Twitter username, any of your social media accounts, and then you'll click next. You'll leave all that stuff pretty much at default. If you choose your author, no, we're not going to have any other authors but me, so I can keep going with that. We'll use the hyphen, base, leave the base alone, and everything else is done. Click next, and boom. Now your SEO plugin is set up. That's how easy this stuff can be. So what does the Yoast SEO plugin do? So let's look at pages. First of all, we're going to look at the home page of the site. Because I want you to kind of get an understanding as to how you're going to change that. So this is already labeled homepage. So we're going to click this. All right, so this is basically your homepage all set up using I think it's called King Composer Page Builder. And it breaks down your page content. Now, it looks very daunting, and it kind of is to a certain extent. But ultimately, it's pretty simple. And below this page, you have all of this. This is all Yoast SEO. So my homepage, Watch Me Go Go, is going to be primarily about smart watches. And that's what I'm going to make my focus key phrase for the homepage. And I'm going to change the title of my homepage to watch me go hyphen smart watches. All right. And so that will propagate down here. That'll change over down here. And now that'll be my new title. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to provide a meta description. Okay. Because what happens is that when your website starts to rank and you see the listing in Google, this is all the information that the world is going to see. Okay. And so the more your title and the content on that page, the imagery on the page, all of that stuff, the better your optimization, the higher you're going to rank, as well as backlinks, social signals, activity, time on page, all sorts of other signals. But this is what people are going to see. So we want to make sure that it's good. Is that? Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay, so watch me go is the premier shop for quality smartwatches and fitness trackers. What else should I say? Keep track of your life and go. See you. Keep track of your life and go. Here, that's what I'll do. Welcome to Watch Me Go, comma. The premier shop for quality smartwatches and fitness trackers. Keep track of your life and go. I kill me. Okay, so that's all done. Now you can go into the social and you'll do the same thing. So you can add, what I typically do is I just take the title. I'll take this and I'll say smartwatches by Watch Me Go. And then I'll take the description. See how it's highlighted my smartwatches because that's the key phrase. It's letting me know that it's in there. And that's giving me kudos and points. I'm hoping this isn't too much information for everybody. So then we can upload an image, 1200 by 630 pixels. We're not going to do that just yet. I'm going to go through all this stuff and really optimize it. It takes some time. Obviously, we're not going to sit here for 3 hours doing it all. But and then I'm going to do the same thing for Twitter. Twitter wants a 1024 by 512. So basically, anytime somebody links this website to Facebook or Twitter, that's the data that they're going to see. It's pretty much the same as this for Google, but there's going to be an image associated with it as well. Okay, and then we can set a featured image in here, which is going to be my logo and you know, whatever my featured image ends up being. And so we're going to update that. And that's that. So now all of this stuff. So if you go into your website or if you go into the page and you're thinking, okay, so what do I want to edit? How do I want this to look different? So this here is a slider, revolution slider. That's pretty easy to edit. You've got your overview, which is basically just a bunch of gobbledygook to talk about your product, what it is. You'll have a good product image here. You'll be able to change this image. Let's take a look at that and see what it looks like. There's another revolution slider. What's the title of this? Title, tech specs type. Yeah, so this is a revolution slider as well. And so we'll be able to change that image out. All of this stuff is customizable. This is just one big image though, I'm pretty sure, on revolution slider. So you'll be able to change all this stuff out, and it's pretty simple. So these are the product features. So you'll have a picture of your product in here and break down the different features of it. which is going to be this section here. So you can see this is an image of the shoes. It's right in the middle here, okay? And then these are the little things on the side. So let's say I want to art side support. Well, my product doesn't have art side support, so I'm going to go in here, edit this element. It's going to bring it up. Here's the title, art side support. I'm going to say support for ogres. Okay, and I'll update that. And I'll refresh. Support for ogres. So that's ultimately that's how simple it is to customize this stuff. So you should know how to customize your products. You should add products. You'll be able to find this stuff. All of this stuff is very easy to locate and edit. It's one of the reasons why we started with this theme, because it's going to be the easiest for you to work on. But I encourage you, play around, learn, change something, refresh, see what it did. And that's how you're going to really learn how to, to edit this stuff. There's some other plugins and things. I can add those in the discussion forum. WP Optimize is a good one. Smush is a good one. That way when you're uploading product images, Smush will automatically compress them without losing a lot of image quality. There's a couple other optimization things that just overall speed up the site, the speed of your site, because it'll put all of the code for particular pages and things like that. But ultimately that's it. I mean, you go through, you'll figure out what pages you need. So if you click pages, these are all the pages on your website right now, and there's 3 pages of pages. Well, a lot of this stuff is gobbledygook that you're probably not going to use. It doesn't necessarily matter initially that it's here, but ultimately what's going to happen is if you don't get rid of this stuff soon, like Home 2, are we going to use Home 2? Let's take a look. This is probably a different version of the home page. So that's Home 2. Yeah, I don't want to use that. So rather than have Google index that and then me get rid of it later, I would rather just get rid of it before I'm even indexed, before Google even knows I'm here. Because as soon as I send out my first link, at some point Google's going to crawl that link and it's going to say, okay, this page exists. And then if you delete it later and you don't have a redirect, that's going to hurt your Google score. Okay, so you don't want to do that. So you want to go through and figure out, how much of this stuff do I want to get rid of? What do I actually need? Some of these pages, so it's just showing some of the functionality of the theme. That's great. If you want to learn, take a look at it, but you're not going to really use it for anything, so we're going to get rid of it. So you want to go out, you want to go through all the pages and prune the pages you don't need. Now, some of these pages you might look at and you might say, wow, that's really cool content. I like the way the page is laid out. I want to use it. I'm just not going to use it for what's on there. I'm going to customize it. I'm going to change the text and keep the format. That's great. That's what it's for. That's exactly what installing the demo is all about. You take what you need, you edit what you want, and you get rid of the rest. And that's how it's done. So overall, you basically just bought a domain, set up a website in, well, what should be under an hour in the grand scheme of things. And you got a crash course on how to customize a theme, where to buy themes. I hope that's helpful. I mean, any other questions that you have, go to cryptocrow.io, ask in the discussion forums. I check them all the time throughout the day, and I will answer your questions there, and I will help you get started. Like I said, you don't have to use Theme Forest for your theme. You can just punch in, free WordPress themes in Google. You'll find a lot of different resources, but it's not as likely that those free themes are going to have one-click installs, which is kind of a big deal. I would not use a theme that didn't, because let's face it, it just takes too much time. You're going to try and create all of this stuff, making everything look really good on your own. Chances are you're not going to have a page builder as part of the theme. If you do, it's probably not going to be very good. It's worth the drop $60 on your business. I mean, you got cheap hosting, you got a cheap domain name. Don't cheap out on the look and feel of your site, because once this stuff is all customized to your liking and you've got some good quality product pictures, or even if it's just a blog and you're doing specific niche blogging about particular topics. Once you've got your own custom images, or you've got some good stock photography, whatever you're doing, once you've made the site your own, you still want to make sure that it looks good. Your logo, you can find free logo templates, or you can buy a logo template on Graphic River, at part of the Envato market. A custom logo might cost you $29. You can edit it in Photoshop in 2 seconds. It's super, super easy. Okay. I will say that in the 20 plus years that I've been doing stuff, as far as websites, marketing, graphics, you name it, my Envato account has by far been the most valuable account I've ever had. The resources I have on there, I mean, I know I've been a customer for probably 6, 7, it's got to be longer than that, probably 10 years. I think I even have a 10-year birthday candle on my account. And I just, anytime I need something, I go in, I find a nice template, I change it, I make it my own, and I use it. And I mean, you can find graphics templates on there for a couple bucks. You can find anything you want. Audio tracks, video openers, you name it, you can find it. If it has to do with a creative skill that you may or may not have, or you just want to save time, you'll find it there. Obviously, the links for everything are going to be in the description of the video. Hopefully this gets you off to the right start, gets you on your way to building your site. And I look forward to your questions and helping you further from here. Till next time, crow your coins, and I'll see you again real soon.